Hi, this is my second time recording this because I wasn't sure if my headphones were picking up my audio, and I didn't realize that I was recording through my headphones. They are. Okay, glad we got that out of the way. I decided I needed to make a statement on something totally out of the blue while drawing because I feel like not enough people have talked about this, but there's one form of content in particular that I hate, and I just feel like I can't really say that about basically any other form of content because I feel like every other form of content has artistic merit to it. Even candid stuff like this I consider artistic expression in some way. YouTube videos, Charlie bit my finger type of short videos, like that is portraying that somebody captured a moment of everyday life. The form of content I hate is the kind of fabrication of candid videos. So kind of like what I'm doing, where I'm sitting down and I'm talking, and the perception of the content is this person is candidly talking to you like this, where I'm looking at the camera, I'm talking, and it's kind of like I'm having a conversation with you. But it's particularly TikToks most of the time. Sometimes Instagram Reels, but this is like way more of a phenomenon on TikTok, I feel. Maybe it's the culture of TikTok that gives this content a platform. Maybe it's the user base. I don't know. I don't use TikTok. I don't even have a phone. But the point is, I hate content where somebody is like, it's very specific, which is why it's weird to me that it's its own genre. Because the format is. Hang on. Okay, another thing. TikTok very much promotes uh, the creation of content that is very, very formulaic. And so you get an absurd number of accounts that are basically re-uploading the same video with the same caption over and over again, but a re-recording of the same person. And so you end up knowing that person for videos that are basically the same video over and over again. That's another thing that TikTok is kind of weird for. But the point that I'm making is I hate specifically content where somebody is eating a bowl of cereal. A lot of the time it is a bowl of cereal. Sometimes it's their food and it kind of feels like they're doing a mukbang. And they're eating loudly. And they're talking about some situation or their day or some hot take that they have, and they're talking to the camera like you're eating with them. And sometimes, even a lot of the time, in the content, they will sit down in a chair in front of the camera, and the illusion is that they're sitting down candidly in front. The setup for this video is that this person took this phone and they propped it up and they got their bowl of cereal and they had it in their hand, and then they were standing outside of the chair that they're about to sit in, and they press record and then they cut themselves out because when you press record you have the footage of you going up to the phone and pressing record unless your camera is on a timer. In that case, you went out of your way to put your camera on a 3-second timer, and then you step out of the frame and you come in, and then you have your bowl of cereal and you talk to your audience about your hot take or whatever, and then you cut, or no, then you keep in the part where you turn off the video because that's candid, right? But you're cutting out the part where you leaned in and then you walked away and then you came back. Also, I have to skip this type of content every time I watch a commentary video on some video like this because the eating noises are just so repulsive to me. Like, if I was sitting across the room from somebody or across the table from somebody, and they were eating cereal, I would not mind. But the way that the recording picks up the eating noises and just the way that they kept it in, really like it's a sensory experience for me watching that. And it makes my skin crawl. So on all levels, I don't like this content. I think it's I don't know. It just gives me bad vibes. It's one of the only things that I can point to and be like, I really don't like this as a medium. I think it's the only thing that I can really think of. Uh, but yeah, I just had to get that out because it came to me, and I don't see anybody talking about that. When I watch commentary videos, they kind of just let the footage play, and there's no commentary on, hey, this is weird. Like this, this is a weird. It's not that weird, right? But I don't like it, and nobody has said that they don't like it. So that I've seen. So, okay.